Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session of English grammar, we are going to continue with our chapter adverb. Now this is part 3. So let's begin this session. First of all, we'll see what we are going to discuss in this session. Well, in this session, we will cover the following topics. First of all, we'll see the difference between adverb of frequency and adverb of time. So we'll see the difference between these two kinds of adverbs. We have already discussed these two adverbs in our earlier session. Also, we saw various examples of these two adverbs. Okay, now in this session, we are going to differentiate both of these adverbs. Okay, because sometimes we feel that both the adverbs are same just because of several words. Okay, now after that we'll see the rule of inversion. Now what is inversion? Means you can say the reverse use of some words in a sentence. So that is called inversion. And how do we apply the rule of inversion and what is the rule of inversion, that we are going to discuss in this session. After that, we'll discuss some uses of some special adverbs. Okay, so let's begin this session. First of all, we'll see the difference between adverb of frequency and adverb of time. Now, this difference is really very important in case of adverb. Now, what is the difference that we are going to discuss now? Adverbs of time or adverbs of frequency and adverb of frequency both provide information about when or how often something happens, but they serve slightly different purposes. First, for example, adverb of time. These adverbs specify when an action occurs or when something happens. Okay. Now, if you talk about the difference between these two kinds of adverbs, that is really very important and that matters a lot. Now, if we talk about both of these kinds of adverbs, in case of difference between these two kinds of adverbs, if we talk about the position of these two adverbs in a sentence, we can easily find out, or we can easily recognize that this word is adverb of frequency or time. Why? Just because of their position. Why so? Because adverb of frequency, they always come before the main verb, but adverb of time always comes after the verb and the object in the sentence. Okay, so if we talk about this time and frequency, if we talk about both of these adverbs in case of or uh, with respect to position, we can easily identify these two adverbs, because in case of position, after verb and object, we use time adverb. Okay, and frequency comes before the main verb, but after the helping verb. Okay, so these are the positions of these two types of adverbs in a sentence. So if you talk about the time and frequency adverbs, by the position you can easily identify both of them. But what happens if you are given a sentence and you have to use that word in the sentence? How will you recognize whether to use it as a frequency or time? That depends on the usage of it. Okay. Now, what is the usage? If you talk about time, it only replies to the question when. When did it happen? But frequency shows how often. It means how many times. Okay. How often? It means how many times did it happen. If I say I went to park every day, it means in our previous phase or earlier, I used to go to the park every day. So every day is the time. But at the same time, every day shows that it happened every day at a particular interval of time. So I can also say I every day went to park. It means it shows the frequency of that happening. Okay. So this every day shows shows the clash in both the patterns, because it can be the time as well as frequency. So how to use this everyday word in the sentence, whether it will show the time or the frequency. Okay. Now we'll discuss it with some examples. So if we talk about adverbs of time, these adverbs specify when an action occurs or when something happens. Okay, when an action occurs, it means when something is done, at what time, at which day that action has been done. Okay. Examples: yesterday, today, tomorrow, now, later, soon, recently, already, never, always, often, sometimes, rarely, occasionally. So all these can be the adverbs of time. They answer questions like when and at what time. Okay, so if any word which is related to time and replying to the question when and at what time, it means it is a frequency of, sorry, it is the adverb of time. Now, on the other hand, if we talk about adverbs of frequency, these adverbs indicate how often an action occurs. It means an action happened or an action occur how many times or how frequently something happens. Examples: always, often, sometimes, rarely, never, daily, weekly, monthly, annually, occasionally, regularly, seldom. So all these are the examples of adverbs of frequency. Now you may find many of these words in both the types of adverbs. They answer questions like how often and how frequently. While there is overlap in some adverbs like sometimes, occasionally, often, never, okay, the distinction lies in whether they primarily indicate a specific point in time, that is adverb of time, or frequency of occurrence, adverbs of frequency. Okay. Now, here are examples that illustrate the difference between adverbs of time and adverbs of frequency. I will meet you tomorrow. So tomorrow is specifying when the meeting will occur. Okay, so this is the specific time that this is going to happen, only tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow is a fixed duration of time. She finished her homework yesterday. It means we are talking about the day which was previous day and indicating when the action was completed. That is the point of time. They are going on vacation next month. So next month is actually a specific time in the future or referring to a specific time in the future. The train arrives soon. It means giving a sense of immediacy. Okay. He arrived late for the meeting, indicating the time of his arrival. Okay. Now it does not show the frequency that it happens all these times. Okay. So it is just showing the time, the point of time at which this action has happened or occurred. Okay. On the other hand, if we talk about adverbs of frequency, I can say she always arrives early for class. Now, here in the previous sentence, you must have seen he arrived late. So, you can see the position of these adverbs: late, soon, next month, yesterday, tomorrow, always have come after the verb and the object. Okay. But if we talk about frequency adverbs, they come before the main verb, but there is a position rule of adverb of frequency that you can place frequency adverb after the helping verb and the main verb in the sentence. It means you have to use this frequency in between the helping verb and the main verb, or you can say before the main verb but after the helping verb. Now if the sentence contains only the main verb, obviously it will be placed before the main verb if it is the frequency adverb, and frequency shows that how many times this action has occurred. Okay. She always arrives early for the class. If I say she always arrives late for the class, okay, so here always will be the frequency because it is showing me the frequency of her doing the or repeating the action. But late is actually the point of time because she has come after the timing of the class. Okay. Or if I say she always arrives early, so early is the time adverb and always is the frequency adverb. Time early is because she has arrived before the um, timings of the class. Okay, indicating how often she arrives early. We often go to the movies on weekends. So on weekends is time and often is frequency. It means on weekends we often go to movies. It means showing the frequency of our going on weekends. Okay. So this action means going for the movie or going to the movie is only happen on the weekends, and how many times? Often. Okay. He rarely eats fast food. It means it happens rarely. So rarely is showing the frequency. It means frequency of occurring this action. They never miss their morning jog. It means they always go for the morning jog. So they never miss it. It means showing absolute absence of occurrence. I sometimes have cereals for breakfast, indicating occasional frequency. In these examples, the adverbs of time specify when something is happening or happened, while the adverbs of frequency indicate how often something occurs. Okay, so this is the basic difference between frequency and time. You may have several other examples. For example, if we talk about the word never, never can be used for frequency and time. Okay, for example, I never missed the bus. It means it has happened never. Okay, and if I say I will, um, you will never receive it. Okay, so never is also frequency over there. Okay, now let us move to the next one. If you talk about frequency and time, you can use some words like sometimes for in the both types, that is adverb of time and adverb of frequency. Okay. For example, if I say I sometimes go there, it means it happens only sometimes. But if I say he comes to he has seen this project sometimes. Okay, so he has seen this project, it means sometimes he has worked on this. Okay, now we'll discuss some more types of adverbs. Here, these are not more types, but these are some special types of adverbs that we are going to discuss over here. We have a pair of else and but. This is also the pair of conjunction. So how do we use it? Let us discuss. Else is always used with the preposition but, or with the conjunction but. Else is used to refer to something different or additional. When else is followed by but, it emphasizes a contrast between two alternatives. There is no one else I would trust but you. It means you are the only one whom I can trust. I don't want anything else, but some ice cream would be nice. It means I don't want anything but ice cream. It means ice cream I really want to have. Now let us move to the next one. If I use the pair other than rule when comparing two options or alternatives, other than is used to indicate something different from what has been mentioned. I don't eat anything other than vegetarian food. Okay. I don't anything other than means apart from vegetarian food. She is interested in no sport other than soccer. It means she is interested only in soccer or soccer. Now let us move to the next one. Um, Now we'll discuss some negative adverbs. Negative words should be avoided when used with negative adverbs that already carry a negative meaning. Therefore, it is best to avoid two negatives in a single sentence. Examples of negative adverbs include nowhere, never, nothing, hardly, scarcely, seldom, neither, rarely, barely. Now, all these are negative adverbs. So we should not use any other negation or adverb of negation with these. It means we should not use the word not, no, never with these adverbs, because these are already negative adverbs. It means the sentence which we in which we use these sentences show the negative meaning. Okay. Um Also, the rule of inversion. If I talk about these words, if I say that um I hardly received received any letter, no letter, this will be incorrect. Okay, so we can replace this no with any. So I can say I hardly received any letter. It means I have not received any letter yet. Okay, so with all these words we cannot use the word not. Why so? Because all these words are negative. Neither cannot be, we cannot use the word not with the word neither or any of these. Okay, I don't want to go nowhere, this will be incorrect. Why so? I um I want to go nowhere. It means I don't want to go anywhere. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Now we'll discuss the rule of inversion. This is very, very important rule. Okay. Now, rule of inversion. First of all, let us discuss that what is rule of inversion. Inversion involves the reversal of the subject and verb. We know well that the structure of the sentence is subject plus helping verb plus main verb. Okay, or the structure of the sentence is subject plus main verb. But when we make this structure in negative sentence or interrogative sentence, we necessarily need a helping verb, okay, to show the entire structure. Whether we use do not, will not, did not, does not, have not, like this. Okay. Now, there are some sentences in which there is necessarily the use of helping verbs. Okay. Now, inversion involves the reversal of the subject and verb. It means when we talk about the sentence structure, it is somewhere like subject plus helping verb plus main verb. But in case of rule of inversion, this helping verb, now this part of the sentence only works. This helping verb comes prior to the subject. So we write the sentence like helping verb plus subject. Now this verb should be helping verb, not the main verb. If there is no helping verb in the simple sentence, we should use the negative we should use the helping verb which can be placed in the negative or interrogative sentence of the structure. Auxiliary and the subject or related elements in a sentence. Rule of using inversion. Why do we apply rule of inversion? It only happens when we find that inversion finds application in sentences that commence means begins, with adverbs like seldom, never, hardly, rarely, scarcely, and the like. Now, when we have words like never, seldom, okay, so little, all the negative words, in fact, okay, no sooner, hardly. Now we have no sooner, hardly, scarcely, okay. When we have these structures, never, seldom, so little, no sooner, hardly, scarcely, barely, rarely, whenever we have these type of words in our sentences, we use inversion rule or rule of inversion. So, suppose the word is seldom. Normal order, they seldom go out in the evening. But the inverted order will be seldom do they go out in the evening. Okay. So here, if we talk about the normal order using this sentence, we will use the seldom. They seldom go out in the evening. Inverted order, seldom do they go out in the evening. Okay, so if I use the seldom in the beginning of the sentence, if I use any of these words that I have told you in the beginning of the sentence, we'll apply the rule of inversion. Okay, so seldom do they go out in the evening. Now let us move to the next one. Never, normal order, she never eats food or she never eats fast food. Inverted order, never does she eat fast food. Next is hardly. Normal order, he hardly ever complains, whereas the inverted order is hardly ever does he complain. Next is rarely. They rarely visit this part of the city. It means it does not happen that they visit this part of the city. Rarely do they visit this part of the city. Next one, scarcely. She scarcely had time to finish her assignment. Scarcely had she time to finish her assignment. Barely, he barely passed the exam. Barely did he pass the exam. Now, next one, now let us see some more examples of inversion are used in sentence beginning with no sooner. Okay, as I told you that if the sentence begins with no sooner, we apply the rule of inversion, and that is very, very important. Moreover, with the word hardly, scarcely, and barely, we use when in the pair conjunction, whereas with no sooner, we use then, THA and then. Okay. Normal order, they had no sooner arrived than the train started. It means they had not arrived, but the train started and went. No sooner had they arrived than the train started. So here, then is mandatory to be used, and had they means helping verb plus subject. These two things are mandatory to come in the sentence. Next one is normal order. She had no sooner finished speaking when the phone rang. No sooner had she finished speaking than the phone rang. Next one, normal order. The concert had no sooner begun than the power went out. No sooner had the concert begun than the power went out. So all these were the sentences that we can use in case of these phrases. Okay. Now we can also use the word seldom. For example, if I say um, well, we can use this with little, or for example, if I say little did he know about the project. Little did he know means if it is showing that if he knew some more about the project, he could have done something. Okay. So little did he know about the project. It means he regrets that he does not have knowledge about the project, or he did not have knowledge about the project. So little did he know about the project. Okay. We can also use the word seldom. For example, seldom does he come. It means uh, it never happened that he came. Okay. Or that he comes. We can also say so quickly, so quickly she drove, so quickly she ran that she overtook her friends, that she overtook her friends. Now this sentence will be incorrect. Why so? Because here we have written she ran, which will be incorrect. Instead, we should write did she run. Okay, so quickly did she run that she overtook her friends. Okay, or friend. So in this manner, we can use these words and the rule of inversion, which is really very, very important and mostly asked and widely asked in our exams. So I hope this much is clear to you all and you really found this section beneficial. And if you want to learn more concepts about it, stay connected with me. Till then, thanks to you.